world is changing, and so does change. But the mind has the potential to capture the changing world and make every change count. At Skills Mindset, the leading global skills, strategy and corporate development company, we believe that the mind has the potential of transforming the man from obscurity to prominence. It's the reason why we make skills our business. At Skills Mindset, we stand for change, for development and for success. We challenge, we inspire and we lead. With Skills Mindset, your limit is just the beginning. Welcome to Skills Mindset. For more information about the great service we provide, please visit our website on www.skillsmindset.com or give us a call on our UK number on 07957 676 193. Better still, send us an email on info@skillsmindset.com. Skills Mindset. Challenging limits, maximizing opportunities.
Yes, welcome everyone. Welcome and greetings everybody. We're excited to have you join us on this live session of the preview of our masterclass that is coming up next week, Wednesday. This is just a test run of the show that is coming up, the masterclass. And what we want to do tonight is just to give you the gist into what is to be expected. And we want to let people know what it is in for them and how you can benefit from this month, the Skills Mindset Masterclass. So today we are looking forward into, getting you into a session where guest speaker, the strategies, planner will be talking to us today as to what we should be, expecting on Wednesday. And I want everyone to be prepared to get registered and then, of course, to, be ready for what we be talking about. There is going to be some depth into our discussion next week, Wednesday. But I want everybody who have not registered to please ensure you get registered. You can see us live on this show on Wednesday at the time stated on the program or on the flyer as we've gone around. UK time is going to be 6 o'clock. Nigerian time is going to be 7 o'clock. Australian time is going to be 10 o'clock in the evening and 1 o'clock in New York. So you are expected to be part of this show as we have sent you enough notification. So please get registered. Our guest speaker is here. What we want him to tell us today is what it is about the strategic planning and particularly why at this time. So, and then what are the benefits of this session? What exactly it is that he's going to be telling to us, what he wants to be unfolding so as to how we get into the art of planning and as a leader, what do we do, particularly at this time? So he's going to be giving to us, not in the full flesh, but just in a bit of a, PowerPoint presentation, in terms of giving us the point to be looking off towards. So we are expecting him to tell us a few things. It's just going to be a short time together tonight. And then, of course, we'll be going into a full presentation next week, Wednesday, where we will expect everyone to be ready for us as we'll be ready, prepared for you. We have tonight to talk to us as to what should we be expecting. Dr. Emerie, you are welcome, sir. Good evening. Or good morning, Australia.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So it's a pleasure to be here this morning or the time that it is wherever you are across the world. So you see, the concept of strategy is complete. It's not a beautiful word that we just throw around like we do in the corporate environment. It's actually a war term. Okay, it's drawn from the medieval ages when people plot out how to engage, break through the enemy's camp. And for you to effectively draw out a strategic plan, you must understand that what you are in is a battle. You're a battle for survival. You're a battle for competition with your people in the marketplace. You are dealing with a whole lot. You're dealing with external forces. You're dealing with generation shift. You're dealing with policies that are against you. You're dealing with a whole lot, and this is the beautiful thing about strategy. That you can sit down and you can plot out the benefit or the pathway for you to engage and win in this battle. And at times, part of strategy is defining what your win is. At times
Yeah.
you are in a stage where your win is staying alive. You must understand where your what how to define your win pattern. And
Mm.
that's what we are looking at. We're going to look at strategy from different point of views, how you could merge certain spaces and completely win. There's a part of strategy that's called collaboration. There's a
Mm.
part of strategy that is called espionage, right? And you must understand that gathering intelligence for what's going on around you is part of strategy. There's part of strategy which is called mercenaries. You need to understand this. So I probably might have to start with the case point of a game that we all know. There's a strategy game. It's called the chessboard. You look at it, it's in black and white. And I say there's a reason why it's in black and white. There are no gray areas in it. It's either this or that. But the beautiful thing about strategy, if you look at the case study or case point of a chessboard, you realize that every single icon has a move, right? And they have their move and they have how they engage in battle. So you look at we got the officers at the back line, we got the pawns at the front. You must understand in whose game you are playing.
Thing.
If it's my game, then who are my pawns? Who are my officers? Who are my key officers? And what are their favorite moves? Okay, you need to understand in if you are in another person's game for survival, you must understand where do I belong.
Interesting.
Yes, if you belong as a pawn, you know that you are always a sacrificial lamb, which is where a lot of us belong when it comes to business, right? Because we are the ones to be sacrificed for officers to stay alive. And
Mm.
but you also need to understand your favorite move, because as you create your own board in strategy, you automatically fit into another person's board. Now you need to figure out what is it that you represent in the marketplace. What are your favorite moves? What are the moves? Because the truth of the matter is that for any player has his favorite officers. When I used to play chess a lot, I still play my board is not too far from here. I love using the bishop, right, because I like the way the bishop moves. But the person that I value the most is the queen. You need to understand that you are valued the most doesn't necessarily mean that you are the one that is used the most. So you need to understand where you mean to the industry, because
Mm.
while you are trying to be everywhere, that you are everywhere does not necessarily mean that you are the most valued. Okay,
Yeah.
there are some battles that you get to be withdrawn. There's some battles you get to advance. Little thing. I almost switched to scriptural references, but I know this is not a scriptural conversation. But the truth is that there's a lot of relationship between the battle strategy, and because the moment you have strategic thinking, it starts giving you leadership in that space, right? Then if you don't understand leadership skills, your strategy has set you up to fail, because for
Mm.
the first time when your strategy works, you become visible. And now if you don't understand how to become a proper leader, which is self leadership, managing environment, managing time, you become a victim of your own strategy, right? And that's what we've seen a lot of people become in this world, right? Where
Yeah.
you set yourself up for tax probe, you set yourself up for investigations you didn't plan for when you didn't fix your back end before getting out. So it's a quite a whole holistic stuff. I hope that we could do a little bit of
Yeah.
justice to that. But I love the place of strategy, because I don't just plot the success of my success or the success of my client. We can't have two number ones at the same time. So
Mm.
if your client says, "Oh, I want to be number one," what he also engage you to do indirectly is to plot the downfall of the competition.
Exactly.
Okay, so you
Exactly.
must understand that while you're working on the SWOT analysis of your organization or yourself, you must, by basic intelligence, figure out what is the strength and weaknesses of your competition, right? So you
Mm.
have intelligence, you have to play
Mm.
with that, and you need to figure out people's weak points, and that's
Yeah.
part of something. Is the daddy part of strategy? But everybody you see here had a weak point. I mean, you don't need to expend energy if I can figure out your weak point. I don't need to expend energy to deal with you if I can figure out your weak point. And
Mm,
as you are figuring out someone else's weak point, just bear it in mind that people are figuring out your own weak point too.
exactly.
Because now this is a battle, is a game, and it's quite an interesting thing. And I believe that we're going to have a good time sharing thoughts on
Yeah.
strategy. It's
Yeah.
something that I've been in my zone. I live and I enjoy this
Lovely.
strategy. That's yeah.
Lovely. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Dr. Emerie, for that, insight into what strategic planning is about in terms of business and in terms of people's, assessing themselves, knowing their area of strengths and then, of course, weaknesses. But again, for those who will be joining us, I think strategic planning, whatever it is to everybody, I think it's important to let people know. And I'm sure you're going to be sharing how important is strategic planning to individuals' projection and, of course, to small businesses and complex organizations, if that makes sense. Because again, more often than not, people think that when you're talking in terms of strategic planning, you are talking about big corporations. You're talking about how important it does to complex and business, big businesses. But I think you can you can do that for yourself. You can look at yourself and look at your projection, your aspirations, and then how you can strategically put yourself in position as to achieve that result. I think that is part of what you're going to be explaining to us so that people can join. So it's not only organization and representative of complex businesses, but also some small organizations, individuals who've got some plans and purposes where they want to go and what they want to achieve. There's always a way, a methodology by which things are accomplished. And I think that's what you're going to be unfolding even on Wednesday, which we will appreciate. And I think a lot of people will want to know that, particularly at this time of global economic situation, political, complexities and contradictions. Things are so, you know, so destructive at this time. And I think it's only when you can strategically put yourself in position that you can straight the weather, and then of course you can get some edge way. And I think people needs to get into this. Thank you so much for that. Before I invite others to come to register, what exactly 1 2 point that you will say is going to be the 8 point that you want people to just come and listen to your presentation on Wednesday? What would that be?
So if it's quite an interesting thing that I'm getting a hit point in strategy
Yeah.
because one of my favorite moves in strategy is decoy. So you don't get to know what I'm about to do because if I let out all my eggs, I mean, we can access that. But the truth is that the beautiful
Mm,
thing is that I believe that it's going to be insightful in something you could match brought from your corporate life to your personal life. And it's not just going to be isolated to a particular sphere of your operations. It's something that you will going to benefit you. That's going to benefit you across board. And if even if it's nothing, you would. I'm very certain that you'll become a lot better. Reason why it's a lot better, it's going to be a lot better is in a world that is driven by AI. I'm
mm,
one of the very few, if not the lone voice of OI,
mm.
original intelligence. Because
Yeah,
if there's artificial, it means there's an
that's
original somewhere, and that's what I'm
mm,
championing. Because while the whole world is tilted towards a direction, standing out might actually be an advantage,
mm, mm. Thank you so
right?
much. That is
So we're going to,
powerful.
I'm sure we're going to find a whole lot of ways to get benefit from across
Yeah,
board.
yeah,
And if by for any reason you don't get value in that day, you will gain value 24 hours after because the world will
love.
show you that I showed you the strategy
Thank you.
of what you're gonna do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for that.
You're
Guys,
welcome.
please get registered. This is free event. It's going to help you, help your organization, help your businesses, particularly at this time. So don't pass up on this opportunity to attend the Skills Mindset Masterclass. It's a live seminar that is going to streamline on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and it will help you to unlock your full leadership potential and, of course, enhance your strategic planning skills as well. So please get registered, get involved, and let's do this together. So by joining this month's leadership masterclass, you will gain a lot of valuable insight and strategies and some actionable tips, for your industry and for yourself, and how you can stand out, just like you have heard, how to be outstanding and how to be exceptional, in what you do. And that makes you, put you in a position where you can benefit from the situation and, that you find yourself, particularly in the industry in which you operate in. So please join us as we do it. So once again, it's on Wednesday, the 28th of February, next week, Wednesday. The topic we're looking at in that masterclass is strategic planning and leadership. And it's going to be done live, 6 o'clock in UK time. Nigerian time is 7 o'clock. And in America, in New York, it's 1 o'clock. And in Australia, it's 10 o'clock in the evening. Dr. Emerie Agunwah is a business strategist, and he will be leading us in this conversation. Thank you so much. And this is just to let you know what to expect, and much more is on your way. Thank you for joining us. And thank you so much for your time, Dr. Emerie. You are wonderful. We can't wait to meet and to see you as you give us all that is necessary on that day. Thank you, and good night, everyone. God bless. Bye.
The world is changing, and so does change. But the mind has the potential to capture the changing world and make every change count. At Skills Mindset, the leading global skills, strategy and corporate development company, we believe that the mind has the potential of transforming the man from obscurity to prominence. It's the reason why we make skills our business. At Skills Mindset, we stand for change, for development and for success. We challenge, we inspire and we lead. With Skills Mindset, your limit is just the beginning. Welcome to Skills Mindset. For more information about the great service we provide, please visit our website on www.skillsmindset.com or give us a call on our UK number on 07957 676 193. Better still, send us an email on info@skillsmindset.com. Skills Mindset. Challenging limits, maximising opportunities.